Hello, Teaquilters. It's T with Teaquilts, and today is Saturday, May 31st, 2025. It's 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we're here for live 2 hours sew in chat. I also have a couple of packages that came in the mail, so we'll open those as well. We're giving people a chance to get notifications since I came in right at 8. So let's read who's in the chat while we wait. We have Dorsey Savali saying hit the thumbs up. And if you're new here, subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. Also, check out the Facebook page, Teaquilts LLC. Make sure that you answer the 4 questions so that you can gain admission as well. And she says, have a great weekend, everyone. Hi, Zandra. I got your package, so thank you so much. Maddie Barnum is here. C Joy Creations. Dee Branson. Brenda Foley, Delia Castro Short, Minnie Dula, Claudette Hall, Carissa Reninger, Deborah Sims Brown, Tracy Middlebrook. You're in here early today, girl. Say her rent is paid, which means she has hit that thumbs up button. And while we're waiting, go ahead and hit it if you haven't already. I would really appreciate it. We have a new texter in here today is Ivy Harris. So welcome to the live chats. Thank you so much for posting. Francis Jackson is here. Aledra Curry is here. Shelly S. And Michelle the Quilter. So welcome everybody. I'm gonna also, which you can't see, because I got this paper up here, but I need it. So I can put these pieces back together. But I'm going to be working on my pointless star blocks here. I've just got them pinned to the board, my pieces. I just did like a random stack and whack. I didn't have a pattern. I just cut across the top, cut this way, cut that way, and then pull this center section out, cut, and cut. So I just randomly kind of cut. Just trying to make something more modern looking. And I do have one that's pieced. This is the, whoops, it's pinned into the board. So that one's not gonna come off. Let's go to this one. So this is one that I made, and I noticed that this point was kind of fat. So when I cut it the next time, I came up higher to make it so that it was narrower, because I forget that when you put seams and stuff that, you know, it's going to take out another, well, an inch in this part at the top. It took out another inch at the top. So I ended up reducing these so they weren't so fat on the sides. And I don't think I did anything to the bottom, but I'm just trying to make something that's random and modern. And so that's what I came up with. It's more like a stack and slash type process. So let's get these back up here so we don't mess up our pieces. Let's see who else has come in while I was chatting. It's Sheila Willis, Gloria Hawkins, welcome to chat as well. Vanessa Brown, Clovis Gardner, Bonita Nance, Remo JS. Also reminding you all to hit the thumbs up to show your love and support. Kevin the Quilter is here. The block is so cute for Maddie. Thank you. I just did not, this was supposed to be half square triangles which is what was on the other side of this pattern, and they were supposed to be half square rectangles the size of fat quarters. And I just didn't feel like doing that. I didn't feel like I was going to enjoy it as much as some pointless stars. So that's what I decided to do. From our retreat project, for those that haven't been here. And then we also have Sean of Go Savvy Designs here as well. So let me put this back up here because I'm going to need this so I can piece. But I'll try to scoot it over as far as I can. Let's see. I don't know. I think I'm hot. I think my fan's on low. I'll put it on high for a minute, and if I need to, I'll put it on medium. Whenever these are supposed to be hot lights, which are daylights, and the light, I got 2 lights, and I tell you, I think that they are hot. It's like I've been in and out of this room all day, and the fan's been just fine. But when I cut the lights on, then I get hot. So I don't know what's up with that. But that's what it is. And I'm not replacing these lights until they're no longer working. So, because I paid, this light here probably was $250 regular. Probably got it at Joann's on one of their Outlight Day sales, maybe 30% off or something. It's been here a long time, but it's, it's going to last a little longer. I'm not just going to replace it. Holly Duvall is here. Welcome. And Michelle says she likes the stars too. I like the stars better than I did the half square triangle. So they look a little weird, but like I said, they're modern stars. I already knew, that it was going to be a little weird, but I'm doing it anyway. At least I'm more interested in this than in half square triangles. Although it's going to take me more time to sew. Got Ray Mahone here saying hello to everyone. And Terry is also here. So welcome everybody to the chat. Appreciate you guys. Let's see. Move this off the mat. I got stuff that I need to work on that I don't want to bury too far. So I'm having those issues as well. I got some stuff I got to have that's got to stay on the desk. And I've got my box cutter and Minnie says, received my package from you. My family thought they had peaches to eat, laughing out loud. Too funny. Girl, sometimes, I have so many boxes from ordering so much stuff that every once in a while I just go through here because I'm trying to save them to ship stuff. And then every once in a while I go through here and I'm like, all these boxes just got to go. So I'll start taking them down and I'll recycle them in the trash, through the trash system. We have recycle here. And then when I get ready to mail something, I don't have a box because I got rid of everything. So then I'm going around trying to figure out, okay, I had about 4 or 5 peaches in the box. So I dumped those out and used that box. So that's funny. Clovis says, I got my Africa pattern in the mail today. Awesome, awesome. Hi, Elaine Doucette. Yeah, I can't remember right now, but I only probably got about 2 Africa patterns, probably 2 USA, 2 Missouri, and I think I got either 2 or 3 Illinois, but Illinois isn't here yet. The person who writes that pattern, she's been on vacation for the past 2 weeks. She should be back in, I think the 4th of June, she should be back. And so I don't know when she's going to start shipping, but I do have more patterns. I got some Illinois patterns and some more Africa patterns coming. So hopefully they will be here because I would like to. I didn't think I was going to sell as many Africa patterns. I should have known I would, but I didn't realize that. And so I thought I would have some, but I do want to keep some extra ones since I sell African fabrics, because I want to keep some in stock. So hopefully I've ordered enough. If not, I'll go back and order some more. I had went to Checker to order, but they only had 2 patterns in stock. So I went ahead and ordered those 2, but I couldn't order a large quantity of them. So that's why the patterns are, that's why I don't have them yet. I knew, well, I didn't know when I ordered. When I ordered, I got an email, automatic email, telling me that she was going to be out until June 4th. So, as I said, the people, I've shipped everybody's patterns except for those that are attending retreat, and you will get them at retreat if you order the Africa pattern. I didn't even bring my book in here. Ain't that something? I may have to go get the book. But I got everybody that's attending retreat. I got you to pick up your patterns later. So I do have, your patterns will be here by the time you get to retreat. I don't have them today, but you will have them. And Bonita says she received her package today too. Yeah, Bonita and I went shopping, had a lot of fun. She couldn't get everything back into her luggage, so I ended up shipping her stuff. And I had brought her stuff that she ordered, and then I ended up shipping it to her in the end. That's kind of what happened. Francis says she received her fat quarter bundle and the Africa pattern. So you're welcome, Francis. I save boxes also. My kiddies love to play in them, but then I have them when I need to mail something. That's Darcy. C. Joy says, C. Joy, I did mail your pattern. It doesn't have tracking on it. I gave it to the post people, and then they just put the stuff on there because it's going as an envelope, as a large envelope. So they took care of that. Let me see. Because I had you marked off. Let's just say, I can't remember what day I did it. It was when I can't remember if it was before I went to retreat or after I came home. Because I didn't write a date on it. Let's say if you don't get it like next Friday, just send me another email and let me know, and I'll whenever the patterns get in, I'll see if I can send you one. I'm not sure if I got 1 or 2 in stock. I'll look and see, but if it doesn't come by next Friday, let me know. But I did mail them. I mailed everybody's order except for people who are attending retreat. I was going to try to look, but I remembered that's if you only ordered an Africa pattern, I don't have a tracking number for you. And I did see your email. I thought sometimes I respond to emails, and because my Yahoo email is acting up, sometimes it goes through, sometimes it doesn't. So, I have no control over it, and I don't even know if it goes or not. So, Elaine says retreat must be very soon. It's the last week of June is retreat. So yes, it's soon. I'm trying to work. I just got all the t-shirts sorted so that I know what sizes I have. And next thing I got to do is go through my t-shirt, because I wanted to get everything organized by size first. So the next thing I got to do is start from the request that people have. I had a list that I sent out to people with their orders. So then I'm going to start trying to pack up personal orders so that I'll have those all in one bag. But I'm working on that. And then I also got to make a few t-shirts as well. Trying to think what else I got to do. I need to put my signature on the signature swap blocks that we're doing. I made them long time ago, and I kept thinking I'm going to find my fabric stamp. Well, I haven't come across it yet, so I don't know where it is. So I guess I'm going to have to just write my little name and stuff on there. And what else I got to do for a retreat? I need to find my Juki. You know, I don't know where my Juki is. And I'm sitting up here trying to remember if I loaned it to somebody or something. I don't know where my Juki is, okay? And found out that I lost a machine in the flood. I did not realize that one of my containers, one of my two-toes, the water had gotten into the two-toe and got into the machine. So I've lost the machine as well. So... I don't know what Brenda Foley's saying she made 5 more today of. I don't know what that is. So yeah. But I'm looking forward to retreat. So let's open up Zondra's box. I know she's here. Got a couple of box packages in the mail. A couple of boxes. So let's just open them and see what we got. And I may have to go get my book, which is at my cutting table. Yep, because they're pillowcases. So I can make sure I get them in the that I get them recorded. So let me go get the book. It's like it be so many things I have to do, I forget. So I think it's thought it was up there. It is. Let's see. Pillowcases. We currently have, oh my God, I'm going to need a second page. We currently have 404 pillowcases. So that's a lot of pillowcases. Let's see. Whoops. Oh, she made retreat signature blocks. I only had 40, so I made 4 more. Yeah, I know for sure that we have 41 people, but I don't know. I always just try to tell people because you just never know what happened. You just never know. So 1, 2, 3. Look like we've got 4 from Zondra, so we're going to be at 408. We have like smashed the goal here, guys. So we're at 408, and I'm just going to go ahead and start a new page. It's going to be all the way in the back because pillowcases continued. And I said it was 408 after Zandra. I can't remember what number she was, though. Let's go back. And I think some people are on her duplicates, so she was 49, but I think we've got some duplicates. And I know we're going to have some people bringing them to retreat, so I'm just putting some extra numbers down here. $65 is good. All right, so we already got Zandra down. So let's open up her bag. She's got a note in here. Oh, that's really nice. I don't know if Zandra want me to read this out loud. Let me see. Paula S says, yay for the pillowcase count. Aren't we showing off? Yes, you all are. Absolutely. Delia says, awesome tea. What a great quilt community. Absolutely. Kevin, you are going to be busy sorting those pillowcases. Yes, the good thing is I have a feeling, I kind of know Kevin. I have a feeling Kevin's probably already sorted or got something going at his house, okay? He'll be sorting probably from retreat. Kevin has 3 of those like storage bags that you can buy. They're huge. They're like bigger than like your plastic storage containers. They're about that size. And I buy those because then I don't have the weight of the storage container in addition to the weight of the items in the bag. But Kevin has already 3 of those. The ones that I'm getting now, I'm not taking to retreat. I don't think I'll see Kevin. I don't know. We'll see if I see him. But I don't think the ones that I'm getting now will make it to retreat because I'm not taking any pillowcases because I got so many other things to take. But if I see him before then I'll give them to him. Otherwise, I'll have to sort the last ones in, or I'll use the last ones in to be the first ones out. You know what I mean? Get rid of those first. And I don't say get rid of in a negative way, but I want to get them donated so people can actually use them. And like I said, I have church already wanting 20 things for that they requested back in April, and I told them not till June. I don't want to I didn't want to have another organization dictating my charity drive, because if I give it to them in April, when I gave them stuff last year in July, then they're asking in April, and it's like no, they'll be asking in January next year. So I'm trying to make sure that I keep them in July so that they're not asking me ahead of time. Because technically I could have just taken 20 out and given it to them, but I did not want to do that. Keep everybody with July. Yes, T, we have more than double to go. Yes, yes, and yes. Hi, June Hanson. Welcome to the chat. Zandra says she don't care. Okay, I just want to make sure. Her note says, hi T, sorry that I could not make more, but I know that you have a lot of allies that are here to help you. I am housebound and don't get out often. I look forward to your program every week. You are the best teacher and good person. She says, may God continue to bless you, Zandra. So thank you so much. That's really nice. I try to come on here and try to put best foot forward, and sometimes I get a little irritated. I was a little stressed out when I came back from retreat. In all honesty, it was not the best retreat I ever went to, and I was just struggling trying to stay afloat. And then when I come home and my mom was wanting me to take her out of town, I would take her out of town. I'll do what I have to do. And then at the last minute, she ended up, well, she had canceled, but everybody knew but me. So I didn't know that she had changed her mind because she didn't realize that I had already been out of town. But she had told that to everybody but me. And so then I ended up spending time online trying to find a florist in Birmingham that I could use to send some condolences from our family. So, I just had a lot going on. It was a lot. I had never been to a retreat before, and I enjoyed the back end of retreat, but the front part I had to get adjusted to all the things that were going on. And so it just was not my best retreat ever. Let's just say that. So I was stressed. And, some things from that retreat still needs to be taken care of. So I've got issues with that still hanging on my plate. So, yeah, it's a lot. And I had some things from my retreat, from the Teaquilts retreat, that was scheduled that fell apart, and I still haven't dealt with that because I just been busy doing all other stuff that has to be done first. So yeah, it's a lot going on, and it's like, I think God has a great sense of humor that when all the things that are going to happen when you're least expecting them, and then they all happen at one time. So that's kind of what's going on. Darcy's reminding you all to check and see if you've hit the thumbs up button. I just went spacey for a while. Oh my gosh. And Kevin talking about he'll never tell. Tee. I know Kevin. Kevin is an organizer, and he probably took the first bag and probably didn't sort it. I can't see Kevin having 3 bags of pillowcases and ain't sorted them. I'm just saying. I don't know if he has or not, but I'm just telling you what I think. That's what I think. So and Dorsey saying, T, you're wonderful with all you do. Bonita talking about, boy, we had some good pancakes, though. That girl is crazy. That girl is crazy. Bonita was well, you all should have been watching the videos. So Bonita was at retreat with us. I'm trying to figure out why. Okay. I just didn't open it right, and I couldn't figure it out. Isn't that pretty? Nice orange, bright color. Like it. Like it. Orange and yellow. So that's one. This one's pretty too. Well, they all are pretty. Who am I kidding? Right there. Gorgeous fabrics. I like this background of this blue. I've never seen this line before. It's really pretty. I don't know why I'm having problems finding half. It's like it's a fold. What are you doing? Here we go. I like this one because it could be masculine as well as the blue. So I like to have some, so when I do run into a group of gentlemen or boys, they've got some choices too. So I like that. most of Kevin's was more male dominated. And then this one's really pretty with the dragonflies. So, and I do know that some men like color, so they can choose what they want. I'll just have some and pull out some from each type of bag. Because what I do is I'll pick like the first or second week in July. I'll just let people know. Well, the first, when I come back from retreat, I'll go ahead and post that I got pillowcases, and I'll post them to the various organizations that I take them to. Got children's homes, churches, child cares that use pillowcases. Some places don't use pillowcases. There's so many organizations that use pillowcases, but what I do is I just let the people know on my list that I've donated to before. I let them know. I also have a local group here that I'll post in and let people know. They send me their company information because I want to make sure it's a legit company. And then I ask them for just to verify that, you know, paperwork that their company receives this type of stuff. It's a 501c and stuff like that. So I will do that. So thank you, Zandra. 4 pillowcases is great. 1 pillowcase would have been enough. So never downplay. Even if you have just 1 pillowcase, it's fine. It's perfect. 4 is even better. So don't worry about it. And then this is the second box that came in from Teajuana. Let's see. Hey, Stephanie, welcome to the chat, girl. Betty Ward, do have a cake story. What do you mean by the cake? No, I didn't take cake to the retreat. She's talking about pancakes. At this retreat, we had to cook the meals because we was at a center. We were at a retreat. We were at a quilt shop that has a retreat center. So we had to make our own. We had to cook our own food. And Benita and I had breakfast. And since she was traveling in, I just took it up on myself to figure out what we were going to serve. And so I made pancakes. But my daughter even questioned me. She's like, what you making? Because she come into the grocery store because I had to meet her up there to pass some stuff that I had got for Jersey. And she was like, what are you doing? Why don't you just buy pancake mix? Because I'm like, I don't eat pancake mix. And, you know, I've been trying to eat everything from scratch instead of anything processed. It's very rarely that I do anything processed. So I got all the ingredients in the cart for pancakes. So that's what we made. Okay, this is from Teajuana. Let me read this. I'm sitting it to the side because she wanted me to open this small box first. Now, Wednesday, I opened her large box, and she had a lot of items that she was donating to retreat. And I think this box has a combination of more things that go to retreat as well as something else, I think. But we'll see, because I'm going to read. Aw. She says, Miss T, I thought I would make Kevin happy and make a dozen or so pillowcases, but alas, no matter how much I try, I couldn't seem to get this machine going. Then it came to me, Miss T, with the help of Kevin the quilter, will get it going. If not, just stick a pin in it and call it a cushion. It's funny. P.S. The other small items in box goes with the bigger box. They fell out when packaging. So I have no idea what's in here. Oh, I know what this is. I think one thing is a gift, and then the rest of it, that's why she was saying she wanted me to open this box first. She already had donated some things for retreat, and I think these are the items that didn't make it into the other box. And she had a lot of items in there. And some of this is repeats, I see. This girl had a lot of these because I broke these up. And what I do is, like, when I get notions and stuff like this, I'll break these up and put like numerous things together so it's just not one small gift. I'll try to make it so that it's got numerous small gifts. Like she had donated needles. I think I put this, some needles, that purple thing, but the generic version, into one of those plastic project bags that she had donated. And it could be something else in there. I don't know, because I've already sorted those. So we'll just hold on to these until I need to make some more sorts, and then we'll do these. But she's got, these are little notepads, got a magnetic closure. Just want you to see them. They've from Missouri Star Quilt Company. Have a little inspirational saying on them. Decorative paper, really pretty. So they're pretty. I don't think I opened it last time, because I already knew what they were, because I got one in one of the Countdown to Christmas boxes. And then you've got some stickers here. Right here, sun catchers. You can see the glitter on it. And another one of the sewing kits. This is needles, and every needle is threaded with a different color. I had never seen that before. And a pair of scissors. Really pretty. They got a pattern on them. Not showing up very well. But yes, so she sent those. So, uh-oh. This bag's coming apart. So let's put this is just paper. Put this back in here so we don't lose anything. And then this is the this is the pin cushion. She say stick a pin in it, right? So instead of sending, she said she couldn't do pillowcases, so that's what she was saying by stick a pin in it. And I do like it because it has the tape going around it, and I'm assuming that this is mine because she knows I collect pin cushions, and she was trying to box it separately, but other stuff fell out. And if I'm mistaken, Tinanyi, let me know. And I will put it in with the regular stuff. But thank you so much. It's really pretty. So I like it. So just gonna put it back in here. And we're just gonna throw this on top temporarily. All right. These are beautiful. I think they're talking about the pillowcases because I haven't read in a while. Linda Williams is here saying her rent is paid. Great surprise to see you on. Thanks for the video of the retreat. It was very enjoyable. I think most of my subscribers like seeing the retreat show and tell videos because it shows a couple of things. Number one, it shows the same project with different colorways, and so it gives you some idea of color use. And then number two, you get to see projects from other people as well. So a lot of us work on the project, but we're also working on additional other things that are not the retreat project. Some people bring quilts that are not worked on at retreat to make it appear like they did more at retreat than they did, but I try to just show mostly what's retreat related. If it's an old project and I finished it, then I'll bring that back and I just show you what I worked on at retreat. But some people bring other stuff to show you as well. So you get to see a lot of different stuff. People saying pretty pillowcases, they are very pretty. Yes, they are. So Johns did a wonderful job. And Kevin even saying thank you for your beautiful pillowcase donation, Zandra. And Miss T thinks she knows me. He's so funny. Sharon says, I just happened to check if you returned from taking your mom to Alabama. Glad I did. Yeah, I never did go. She canceled at the last minute. It was so funny. And my brother's in here now. He ain't said a word to me, but he ended up calling my mom after I got off live. I guess he could have called her while I was on live. But the funny thing is, I got off, cooked me something to eat. It was like 9:15, 9:30, and I called my mom, and that's when she telling me I'm the last person to know that she not going out of town. Everybody else already knew. My daughter didn't know, but everybody else already knew that, I talked to anyway. And so then it was like a matter of, I spent that time going online trying to find florists and stuff and looking at their ratings and things like that. So we ended up doing that for like an hour and a half. And then ended up watching it because they had it on Zoom. They had a Zoom thing for it. So Kim says, very pretty, Zandra. Nice work. She says, thank you to everyone from Zandra. Paula talk about Kevin would have those pillowcases sorted and boxed, if not already. They are, girl. I ain't even tripping off Kevin. Okay. Oh, wow. What a special gift. Beautiful. Adorable. They talking about the pin cushion, the sewing machine pin cushion. It was by Sociology. I never did say that. Let me make sure. Yeah, Zoology. I'm sorry. Pin cushion, if you're looking for it. I've had some other people give me some things from that same brand. Or donated to Retreat, because I think last year somebody donated a lot of pin cushions to Retreat. I love the Retreat videos. Looking forward to the next. Everyone is so talented. That's from Michelle. And Chris Smith says, I like to see how much fun you all are having at show and tell. Yeah. Yeah, some of them, I have to ask beforehand, especially when I have new people in, because everybody may not want to be on YouTube. You don't know everybody's personal situation, so I always try to ask. And then some people are uncomfortable when you start miking them up and all of that. Then the nerves even go worse. So, everybody is not wanting to be seen. So just got to remember that when we're at retreat. So sometimes I might have some people that I may have to, either turn the camera away or go before we go live. So I think last time I did those people before we went live, we were a little late going live because of it. I think what I'm going to do this year is go live at the right time and then just have turn the camera away if people don't want to be recorded. I don't know what else to do. So don't sit behind me if you don't want to be on camera, because when I have to turn the camera around, it'll be on me instead of on the presentation. So yeah. Linda says, great gifts for retreat. Love the pin cushion, very thoughtful. My daughter-in-law got to see I am not the only one with bags and cases around while making quilts. That's funny. Hey, Sheila D from Temecula, California. So yeah. I don't know if you got questions, you can pop them in here. I'm actually gonna start sewing on this process here. Let me move this box over. It's right. My whole foot pedal has come off of my pedal stay. So we got to fix that. We can't have that here. Okay. Get that situated. I was sewing on it earlier, so I don't know how and why it moved. Okay. So actually, I got all of these with blue tape labeled A, B, C, D, just so I can know where they go. And this is really one big piece, but when I cut it the first time, I realized that I didn't have to make these cuts and sew this stuff right back together. So I just put the 3 pieces of tape on it just so that I didn't get confused. But I'm actually just going to start with 2 pieces. I have labels. I have numbered them all because I'm sewing in a stack and slash type method. So I have labels through everything. And I'm going to put this pin in just the top one now. It was holding the whole stack. So I've got a label that I had on this piece here. This right here doesn't have any masking tape. It's just telling me on the top what piece this is. It's J. But I'm not going to move it. So all I'm going to do is sew these in order. So the number, once I start sewing these to the pieces that have the masking tape number, because this is painter's tape, this is masking tape. So then they'll have the same number at that point. So that's why I don't have a number, because I'm just going to keep this stack flat. And I'm going to just sew these together. And I'm going to move my book back there. All right. I got to work on getting the facility, how we want our tables laid out, which I don't have a clue because I haven't been here before. The room is a weird kind of shaping with the table sizes, so I'm not sure how that's going to work, but I'm going to try to do my best. So I have Mercy Center all mapped out, you know. Been there a number of times. I have not been actually sewing in this place, so I have no clue. Hi, Connie Olsen. Welcome. So, yeah, one piece has a number on it. The other side does not. And all it does is just match back up to the blocks. I made 3 sets of numbers. One for here. And then I've got 2 sets up here, which I will take off and reuse when I need to. I'll be reusing these numbers as we go. So, yeah, at retreat, I'm just not a fast sewer. I'm a steady sewer. Slow and steady gets it done. So I'm one of those people that tend to stay up all night, but I'm not a fast sewer. And I don't think I portray that here either. I don't really like gun my machines. I have never been a fast sewer. I actually enjoy the piecing process. So I just felt like I was always behind at retreat for some reason. I think my cord needs to be extended on my foot pedal. We'll try it for a bit. I may be going back for it to change it out. So yes. What have you guys been doing lately? What projects are you working on? If you haven't already told me. I'm trying to still get stuff ready for retreat. I got a box with everything that's like belong to somebody else. And then now I'm trying to get boxes of other stuff. I also did something crazy, because the person that I normally order my fabric from had a sale. And you say, what fabric is that? African fabric. They had a sale. And so since I was having retreat, and I didn't really sell by yardage on this purchase that I just had, I did mostly the fat quarter bundles. I have just a few pieces I have for yardage, and I'll bring those. But I'm actually going to be bringing the new fabric that I ordered. It should come tomorrow. I'm just going to take it to retreat. That'll be what I'm selling at retreat. Now, question is, do you all want me to show you on Wednesday or just not show it at all? That's the question. Because I'm not going to take any orders. Because I don't have time for that. So all you'll do is be seeing it. And then it will, I said if I don't, what I don't sell will be ending up in Take 5 kits. So let me know so I know what to do on Wednesday, whether you want me to show it without taking orders or what. All right, I got my 8th block here. I got a total of 12. I've already sewed 4. I took my 2 hardest ones to match up that was another reason why I didn't do the project as planned, because you actually need a true light and dark. So, and all of my stuff wasn't to that level. So I didn't want to play that game. So let's see what people are doing. Paula is getting ready for retreat, working on Project Linus quilt donations. That's cool. Minnie says, sashing the Zoom class project. I got my blocks done. I have not had a chance to lay them out because I had left one block here, so I couldn't lay them out. So now I need to find space for that. I don't know. Maybe I will do it at Scrap Club the third Saturday because we're meeting early because of retreat. And then maybe I'll just take them to retreat and work on that at retreat. Brenda's trying to keep her long arm running. And Kevin's so crazy, talking about, that's a useless question. T folks want to see. Paula says, that's so nice. The project I'm working on is making a list of everything I need to bring to retreat and hope I don't forget anything. I do have like a retreat checklist. You don't have to bring everything on there, but it's like a little tickler system for you. So things that you might need, you know, you need to bring it. I do realize that people traveling from out of town, especially if you're flying in, you're not going to be able to bring everything. But we will have cutting stations set up with big boards. We will have, so you can bring a small cutting board that fits in your luggage. If you need something bigger, we'll have a few cutting boards around. We also will have a big board ironing station set up. If you have a mini iron, you may want to bring that. You can. Just know that we will have some stuff for you. So. Kim says, T-folk, I like it. We are T-folk. Shelly says, I would love to see the African fabric. Hi, Leetta Bryant is here. June is quilting her rail fins. Minnie is right with Kevin. Working on my winter blossom quilt from Deborah. And option to purchase. I won't be taking any orders because I don't have time to take any orders and cut stuff. That's why I ordered it and gonna just take it to retreat. But I'm gonna open it up because I need to see what it is myself. So what I will do is I'll try to open them up. I guess, oh Lord, 64 minus 3. So 61 different prints. I bought one fabric to put on the back of this Take 5 quilt. And so you need, how many yards do you need? Yeah, because you need more than 6 yards. So I ordered 2. That'll be, yeah, 2 should be enough. It'll be 9 yards is what I need to put on the back of a queen or king size quilt. So, yeah. So that's kind of what's going on with that. I ordered 3 duplicates. I ordered 2 duplicates because I really like it. It was an eye print. You all know I like eye fabrics, and and so I already know I'm gonna keep a lot of it for myself. So I ordered 2 just to make sure that you all could get some if you wanted it. And then one of them was out of stock that I ordered. And so they just, because it's weird how I have to order with this company. But anyway, I ordered with the company and then they go and pull my cart. And then then they go and fill my order, even though it said online that they had it in stock. They didn't have it in stock. So I had to pick something else. So it was just easier for me to go in my cart and just pick something to add another to add another one on than for me to go back on the website. Because if I went back on the website, I probably would have picked 5 more different fabrics, okay? So, yeah. So, I did not. I just told them to send me. So, I actually got 61 pieces of fabric. 61. 64 pieces, but 61 different fabrics. This is number 1. Number 2. Suzette Peterkin Denton says, what she say? It moved. Finished the May Zoom project, so that's cool. Everybody is finished but me. And I think we're gonna be doing the exploding star, which I realized that tomorrow is the first the first Saturday. Exploding Star is going to be a class that's kind of open to everybody. Let me look at mine. Because I don't really have to do anything to plan, but the thing with the Exploding Star, if you don't have the pattern, you don't want to be in class because you're going to be left behind. Because I'm not going to tell you everything. I'm going to show you how to make the first block. But you're going to need the pattern for the rest of them. So if you want to do the Exploding Star class, you need to have the pattern. I want to see what my calendar is showing. May. Yeah, see, tomorrow is the 1st. I think what I might... Oh, it's Father's Day. When is Father's Day? Let's see, the 15th? Yeah. I was going to say let's do it on the 15th, but that's Father's Day. And I cannot do it on the 22nd because that's the Sunday right before that's the Sunday right before retreat. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. We're going to skip the month of June because I told you all that you wouldn't get class anyway every month from Scrap Quilting Club via Zoom because I was going to be teaching and some things might come up. Well, retreat has come up. I think it's too soon for me to plan it for June 8th, which is only a week away. So what I'm going to do, because some people may not have the pattern and they may not be able to get the pattern. So we're going to go to July. And we're going to do, I'm putting it in here right now, July 13th, the second Sunday, 3 to 5 p.m. I might do longer on that one. See, I try to do it so people can go to church, but it's always with the time zones, always messed up. Let's do, and then I don't know how long my iPad's going to stay up, but let's see. I'm going to say 3 to 6, but if my iPad power doesn't last that long, you all know why we got off, right? So we're going to say July 13th, 3 to 6 p.m. And this is Exploding Star class number 1. And it might be 2 or 3. Because it'll be 2 for sewing. And then I want people to come back so that we can do show and tell. I'm just going to put 3 to 6. So it's on my schedule now. Doo-doop, doo-doop. I'm just going to, it says location. I'm going to go Zoom. And I'm going to have it remind me the day before, an hour before, and a custom. It's like 1 week before, so I can remind you all. And that's it. So what's on the schedule? It's going to be July 13th. We're not going to have we could have a Zoom class on the 8th, but I'm not going to give a project. If you all want to do that, I can do that. If you all just want to come sew, we can do that, but it will not be any project. Let's see. Whoop, whoop. Sue says, I'm late. 25 days until retreat 2025. The best ever. Ooh wee. That's cool. I'm really happy when it's here. It's just a lot of pressure to get to it, get everything done. But, I got my daughter is going to go pick up the U-Haul so we can take all this stuff to retreat and not be trying to fill up. We probably still going to have stuff in SUVs because I might have some of the sewing machines in my SUV instead of putting them in a U-Haul. But, it helps to have the U-Haul so we don't have to do all of that. I was hoping I would have had my own trailer by now, but I don't. Did not work out. Kevin scared the bejeebies out of me, the beheebies. Oh my goodness. All right, so we've got this one next that goes right here like that. And I've got this pen. I'm going to push it further down. Oh, well, the pen is all the way through. See, the masking tape doesn't stick very well on the fabric, so I pin it in the painter's tape. So, yeah. I don't know. Let's see. Trying to see how much I got to move this up. It's at a weird angle. Yep, right there is good. Just a little. So yeah. Let me show you one of these too. I'll show you the next one before I sew it. Or I'll show you the one I'm about to cut off because it never got pressed. Like I said, I just took my fabric and slashed it all in a stack. So there is no pattern. So I am sewing these back together, and they are not going to match up because they have no additional seam allowance added, right? Because I'm just sewing stuff together that I cut apart. So you're missing the seam allowance. So this is what I'm currently looking at right now. I just sewed the first two pieces together, and now I'm sewing the third piece on, which I've got to use this one because that's number 8 and this is number 2. We don't want to mix them up. So that's what I'm currently doing, is sewing these back together. So I will have all kinds of raw edges down here at the bottom that I'll be squaring the block up when I'm finished with all of them, and then make them all the same size. Now, because 4 of my blocks have this in 3 pieces and this is just 1 piece, I have a feeling that this block is going to be longer than the other 4 that I got, but I think I'm going to just keep it all modern, and I might put frames around them, use them in the corners, or figure out where I want to put them, but they're going to go all together some kind of way, and I'm not going to cut these as small as the other ones, I think. We shall see. We shall see, how much work I want to put into it at the end. That's what's going to happen. So we'll see how much difference it is when I square these up. I'm renting a sewing machine. What do I need to bring for it, like bobbins? You don't have to, if you're renting a sewing machine from me, everything should already be there. And then thinking of that, Tracy is bringing bobbins for the Husqvarna. My Singer is the machine that got wet, so somebody had requested the Singer, so that's I can't remember. Kevin, can you do me a favor and check and see which machine I have at your house? Is the Singer heavy duty still at your house? My Singer Quantrum XL 1000 got wet. I'm trying to dry it out to see if it will come on, but I don't know. So I'm waiting on that one. I'm going to be sending out emails. For those that are listening that are coming to retreat, you can now go ahead and send in. I just needed some space to clear my head this week. You can send in your travel arrangements. You can send in, I will be sending out a list of what I have for people needing t-shirts. I will be sending out a list of, travel, t-shirts. If you want to be included in the $15 extra charge for lunch on Tuesday, because I don't know when you're going to be here. I've already hired and paid my sister to do that. So whatever money I get will just be reimbursed back to me. If it's a tip, then I'll make sure she gets the tip. What else? That's 3. T-shirts, travel, and food. I think that's it. Oh, and then sewing machines. I'm gonna have to make sure. Like I said, I can't even find the Juki. I don't know where I put the Juki. It's in a case. It's got to be in a bag somewhere, but I don't know where it is. I have looked in all the bags that I see, and I don't see the Juki. So I don't know. It was the last machine that I sold on because I bought it when my brother was in the shop last year. It didn't even make it to retreat. I sold on it so that I can make sure it arrived after retreat. And but I sold on it, and I haven't sold on it since, so I don't know where I put it. So I got to figure out where the Juki is, okay? I have only been to one retreat. I was not prepared at all. Didn't bring enough projects. Hopefully the next retreat will be much better experience and have many projects to work on. And that's another thing. Like Tuesday, you're kind of sewing on your own projects, but we do have some demonstrations. We will have welcome meeting, things like that. It's going to be a lot going on because we're going to be setting up on Tuesday as well. And then Wednesday, we're on the bus all day shop hopping. So if you feel like you don't have enough to do, you can definitely, people would buy kits or items, and then they will sew on those at retreat. So I've seen a lot of people actually start sewing on stuff that they buy. That's another reason I got there's 2 reasons that I have the chartered bus trip early in the retreat as compared to doing it, say, on a Friday. Number 1, if you come to St. Louis on a Tuesday and you haven't been to a quilt shop till Friday, when we're trying to teach, your mind is somewhere else. You want to go shop hopping. So you're going to get up and go somewhere. You're going to go to the closest thing you can find. So what I do to avoid that is I just go ahead and take you on one, get you a little bit exhausted, and then you're ready to listen to us when we do class on Thursday, and then we take you back shop hopping on Friday, and then we're back in the facility on Sunday. No, Saturday. We're back in the facility on Saturday. So you're kind of like sewing, shopping, sewing, shopping, sewing, sewing. Those are how your 6 days kind of go. But, I know that I wouldn't sit someplace knowing that I was close to quilt shops. I know I wouldn't sit if I haven't been to any. So we do the chartered bus trip, and it takes us out further. That way we're not dealing with the weekend crowds or anything like that as far as traffic is concerned. So that's another reason I like doing it on Wednesday. Yeah, it's just less traffic in the middle of the week than it is if you're going to do a Friday shop hop thing. So, yeah. Minnie, I don't know what pattern you're talking about. She says, I need a pattern. I don't know what pattern you're talking about. Because, you know, I just went to H&H and bought, I don't know, about 60 patterns probably by the time I got through. 60 different patterns. And I'm over here freehand cutting some stuff, okay? It's just crazy. Oh my goodness. All right. Let's press this number 1 first. Oops. And take this pin out. And I can take this tape out too. I can take all of this out. Get rid of some of this stuff. And I will show you this piece once I press it so you can see it. I've just taken the tape off, the painter's tape off of my pieces because I don't need them long as I keep everything on this one. So I left the painter's tape on this and the number. So this is what it's looking like. And then when I get through, I'm going to square all of this up. And that's because I just freehand cut. And there was no, there is no seam allowance added back into the cut pieces. Now, I could have cut this on a piece of paper and then cut everything a 1/4 inch bigger. But I was at retreat. I didn't have freezer paper or anything that size. So I just went with the flow. So now we got this stack. We're going to end up sewing these pieces to. So we got all of this tape. I put these numbers in here so I could read it right side up. But I think I can take them all off except for one. Just so we hold it. Hold one piece of the tape on here. Okay. All right. And so then when I sew these 2 pieces, I tried to line up this side on my pieces. So when I sew these together, they would, you know, I could line up the top again. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just coming down. I'm leaving like a little dog ear at the top. You see that dog ear? So I can have a 1/4 inch seam at the top and try to keep that as straight as I can. It's not critical because it's not a perfect star, but it just keeps me from having to trim my blocks. I'll have to trim this, I'll have to trim something when I'm done, but before I'm done, but it won't be as much as if I don't line them up at all. All right, so I'm just gonna put number 8 on the bottom that I just took off, and we're just going to lay this here. Try not to tug because these are all bias edges, and just sew my 1/4 inch seam. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to temporarily put this on the wall. I just wanted to get my pieces off. Let's see, who else? Peggy is sewing on binding this weekend, so awesome sauce. I hope this iron was still on. I didn't look. It's hot, but let me make sure. Yep. That's number 8. You gotta press these seams. This one's gonna be really close. Look. Really close in value with the 2 florals. But, you know, we'll see what we have. Go from there. We're going to use what we have. Regardless. Ugh. I also, you know, it's a lot going on. I waited 3 weeks to hear from a company about whether we could get quilt standards or not. Talked to them a couple times and texted them a couple times, emailed a couple times. And then I get like a little 2-line thing saying that they don't have enough equipment to do what we want. So what a waste of 3 weeks. So at the time that I got the notice, it's been a whole week since I got it, but I've just been like, oh my gosh, I just can't believe this. Just completely waste my time. Whew. So whoops. What else do we have? Now, don't go blaming your friend and peon assistant Kevin. He's just looking out for you. Somebody has to. I don't even know what that was in reference to. I haven't read the chat in a minute. Lunch is 15. Okay, thank you, Kevin. He says the Singer Heavy Duty is at his house. Can you bring it to Scrap Quilting Club if you come? If you don't worry about it. I wasn't planning on using it. You're welcome, Deborah. Shelly says, I hope someday I can attend one of your retreats. They sound so organized and lots of fun. I try to have as much done as I can because there's always stuff that comes up, which is how life is. And so at least we have everything else. So good night, June. She says it's time for bed. It's different time zones in other places, guys. We still need more thumbs up. So check to see if you've hit yours. That's from Darcy. So yeah. And how do we pay for lunch? You can pay for it at retreat. You don't have to pre-send it. I just need to have a head count. And then I'm going to ask her, maybe I ask her tomorrow what the menu is. I told her about some of the food. Well, I didn't tell her about all the food allergies. I told her to make sure that if she makes chicken, that it doesn't, any chicken byproducts don't touch anything. And to make sure that she had at least one seafood option. So I think she's just going to do salmon because it's easier. Got 1 or 2 people that only eat seafood. Number 3. Whoops. There is no pen in them now. I'll just put it right here. I like this fabric. Oops. Just do what you do, boo. Just do you. I'm going to let her just relax right there because she apparently wants to be there. great. So this is my 4th piece I'm sewing on. What time is it? 9:20. Thank you, Peggy. Anything for you, Madame T Queen of African Fabrics and Scrap Quiltings. He's so silly. He's so silly. Uh-oh, my thing came off. My little thread spool came off of my little paper thing. We'll just put it in there, and every time I see it, it'll just give me a little cute reminder. Okay. I was like, this don't match. It fell down, remember? That's to myself, not to you. Not to the tea people. Okay. Remo says she's working on her signature block. So a lot of you all are working on a signature block. I was trying to get y'all to work on them earlier. See, I came home from the last retreat working on them. So I got mine sewed. They've been sewed for a while. I just thought that I would, you know, go find my little special stamp I had, and I could stamp them with the special fabric ink, and I haven't. So it looked like I'm about to be writing, because I don't want to wait till the exact last minute. Or I have a feeling I'll be at retreat doing it, which I have been at retreat signing my blocks, but they're always made. I don't be trying to make them at retreat. If you have the 8-inch cube, you can cut your signature blocks with that. You can use the square on point, whatever number that is, I don't know. And then you can also use your 2-inch finished half square triangle. That will make the signature block. And now that I think about it, the instructions that I wrote, it went from my studio die. I need to correct that for pre-cutting. It's going to be too big. I think I remember now Sarah telling me that last year, but I forgot to correct it. Some of them, the contrast is really good. And then others, it's kind of close. But we'll see what they look like when they're done. These have got to be the biggest blocks I've ever made, though. Goodness gracious. This one here. What number? We're on number 7. Kevin telling you all that it's the number 6 die. I just know a lot of you all got the 8-inch cube, so that's what you're going to use to make this block. It should finish at 4 inches, 4.5 inches, edge to edge. Do not cut off the stuff you need to have it be a point when it's sewed into the quilt. So do not square them up if you are using the cubes. Yeah, Darcy, I don't know where you got 4 inches from the center for. I just looked at my email because I'm like, did I make a typo? I attached the instructions from Electric Quilt on what you cut. It's 3 3/8 for the center square. That's it. All right, so let's, I didn't put this on the thing. It wasn't in the base. It is not hot. Ugh. I didn't get it in there. Okay, Sue. Joe Carmel says, hey, T and all Teaquilters, just got off work and heading home. Be safe driving home, Joe. Ooh. I can take this off now because I got it sewed. This is block number 1. It looks very strange, guys. Looks very strange. But I just want to show you what I have. So I'm just pressing this one. It looks like absolutely nothing. Right here. This is what we have with after sewing 4 pieces onto each block, and then it'll go back up into that like that. You can kind of sort of see. I know this one's in the way, but you can see the point, top point, side point. We haven't gotten there yet. So I wanted to continue over here. I don't have any numbers on these. I should not have put double numbers up there. I need some numbers. So let's steal these numbers so we can still work on the bottom. I'm gonna need that one. Gotta take this off. And I want this stack so that I can take the masking tape off of these numbers and put them on this. Oops, I want to put this back. Don't want that to come off. I'm still in numbers. I don't know why I put them on there in the first place. But if I don't put numbers on this stuff, I won't be able to line it up. I had issues when I just did the 4 without numbers, so I'm trying to make sure I put numbers on them. I had to do a little bit of meeting with Jack when I didn't put these numbers on here. So it does help. All right. So let's turn this back over. We don't need this one, but we need to stick this all the way through and up into there. And we can take this stack off, because these 2 pieces go this way, and we're going to line up the middle. Let me do that. I just want to stitch one of these so I can get all the other ones off and press them, giving my iron a little time to heat up. right. And I'm trying to make the center line meet up so I don't have to trim it. So that's what's happening. I'm gonna temporarily put this on the wall just to hold it in place while I press all of these. One reason to have all the tape, I don't want to have to get them out of order. All right. All right, all right. I did mine a few months ago when you were first telling us to make them. Yes, Darcy. She says, I will go and measure them and see if they are right. Oh my God, I hope they are. She said a 4-inch center. Yeah, because I sent that email out November with the attachments. I had attached the electric quilt cutting instructions. All right. Okay, this is number 8. I'm just gonna press them, push them over. I went through this room trying to make sure I pulled everything out of here that was a retreat donation. So I already did all of that. Got them already in the bag sorted. So I'm trying. I've been had that done, but still stuff kept coming in. So I wanted to make sure it was in the bag. So we should definitely have a good selection for people to choose from. Right now I'm trying to, I also got to do the actual gifts, not not gifts. They're like winning prizes. They're not gifts, they're not door prize. They are gifts because most of the stuff I bought, but I have been using a few other things that I got for donations too. So those are for the prizes. Going to be doing some various different drawings that everyone will not win. Not everyone will win that. And I got a donation in the mail today. I'm just from a company. I'm not sharing that. It was something I finally, when you ask people for something and they finally sent me what I wanted. It's like sometimes they'll send me something else thinking that I want something else. And it's like, no, I want this. Please send me what I asked for. And they think they're doing me a favor because what they're sending me is a higher price point. But that's not what I want. So I was glad to see that this company sent me exactly what I asked for. It's like, I know what I want. Just do it. I got one company that I haven't heard from. I was hoping that they would have done it, but I haven't heard from them. So I'm glad at least one company did it. I really like that pink. Every time I see that pink, I get happy and excited about the whole project. Although I do like a lot of these fabrics, although they are hodgepodge. A couple of them, like this and this, it's the same This lavender is the same fabric as this green one. But for the most part, they were just hodgepodge fat quarters that I had collecting. And I'm like, you just need to be used or something. I'm trying to empty the thing that is in because I'm about to pitch it. It's had it stay in my house for long enough. It's about to go. This is number 3. 2 is on my lap. I'm like, where are they? This is number 2. And that's number 2 too. Okay. All right. So we have all of our blocks now in order number. I just want to put them on the board so that I don't lose them and get them out of number order. I wasn't intending to even get them done this far, so I'm doing really good. I'm going to sew those other sides and maybe have the bottom half of the star blocks done before we get off, maybe. Just depends. Okay, this one goes on top. These 2 come down here now. And these are up here. And we're going to put some pins in them to hold it. Because I have lost some blocks in the past and we're not trying to do that today. We are not trying to do that. We lose one block, we're going to lose them all. That's how it's going to work around here. Sue says she's starting to get her projects rounded up, so that's cool. All right. Okay. I need to move my foot pedal back. I think I just need to unwrap my cord one more time. But for right now, we'll just bring it back. Bring it closer to me. All right. That's number 2. Here's number 3. My group doesn't meet next week. I was thinking we meet next week. I'm thinking about that first being tomorrow. I'm thinking we're going to be meeting, but we at least got 2 more weeks. So I got 2 weeks to at least get this in presentable form to show them that I at least done something. But, you know, with the fat quarters, I just didn't do the project. Just didn't do the project. Let's see. This is number 5. So I got 3 more. I'm gonna at least try to get this part sewed on so we'll have the bottom part of the block done. The top part's pretty easy. as far as sewing goes. I don't have to, it's not all the weird angles of the bottom, so I started with the hardest part first. And I'm glad I didn't have to piece this into 3 sections, the same fabric like I did on the first 4. I'll show you that. Oh, I think that's the block that stuck to the board on the back. Like, I don't know if you can even see it. I'll show it to you from the back. Like, I didn't realize when I was cutting, because I just cut straight through everything. And then when I was sewing it back together, it's like I'm sewing 3 pieces of the same fabric back together. These 3, 1, 2, 3 down here. So I'm like, oh, we're just going to make that 1 piece. So I think this is going to make my block bigger. I'm not necessarily sure. But we'll see when I get to the end. And either way, all of these blocks are going into the quilt top some kind of way. Believe you me? This is number 8. So. Whoop, whoop. All right. So we've got everything but 8 off. So let's press these. Okay. Let's get these pressed. We'll come back to you right here. Number 7, because 8's on the machine. I think I announced when I came on here that I don't know where my Juki is, Maddie, and I haven't been anywhere. So I guess not. It's been almost a year since I seen that. About, I probably sold on it a month in July, so it was probably August last time I seen that machine. I don't know where I put that machine, but we got to find it. But, you know, I got so many things on my agenda. I gotta, instead of worrying about the machine, I need to worry about shirts right now. That's my next priority, is shirts. So I'm not worried about it right now. Oh crap, that one's not down a whole lot, but that's okay. It's not perfect. We trim if we need to. Number 1, I can take off this tape, this blue painter's tape. Get on my nerves. All right, so we got this that goes on this side, and I'm gonna take off this painter's tape, and we can take off the masking tape. Well, I'm going to take it off because it'll be in the way of pressing. We'll just stick it here in case I need it. We got everything pressed but number 8. So technically we can sew these all together. Put this up here at the top. And hopefully pray for a straight line. If we have to trim it, it's okay. It's not gonna kill me. It's just an extra step. time is it? 9:46. Yeah, I'll get this part done. I'm trying to make sure I have enough time. Let's see, I squared those other blocks up 15 by 17. So we'll see when I come back what I squared these blocks up to. This is number 2. And number 3. Number 3. Yeah, I got some weird angles, so it's hard to square up, find out where your 1/4 inch is if you're not marking it, and I don't care to mark it because it's all freestyle anyway, so it doesn't matter. My pretty star. A pretty star. Yay. Hi, Vivian. Where you been? Michelle says, I like these blocks. Thank you. I did this because I remember years ago doing a block, a pattern a long time ago, and I'm pretty sure I still got it somewhere, but I was at retreat and I didn't have it. And of course, it wasn't made from this big of a fabric piece. But it was a pointless star. And I just remember that I'm like, you could probably figure that out. So that's what I'm doing. I think I still have the quilt probably in storage. But I thought it was made like in tone on tones, if I'm not mistaken. And I thought it would look really cute with some prints. So that's why I'm doing it, but it is nothing like this. These are much larger. The prints look different. So I like the other one, but I like the vibrant colors of these too. And then that was probably within the first 5 years of my sewing. I can't remember. Of quilting, not sewing, of my quilting. So fabrics are much different now too. Oh, she just got in from Chicago. Good. I'm glad you made it back home safe. Glad you made it home safe. She wasn't in the Zoom because she had a road trip, had some important stuff to do. Some of these I really like the contrast on. So I can't wait to see them all laid out together. So I'm getting really excited. I need to be working on that Take 5 quilt, but you know, whatever. I'm doing this instead. Oh my goodness. I lost some weight before I went to Chicago and I gained it all back. Oh my gosh. You was eating good. Did you go get some Chicago style pizza? Kevin and I had Chicago style pizza. In all honesty, I'm not a person that likes thick crust. I'm a thin crust, which is what St. Louis pizza is. And we had pizza this week from Emo's, and it was so good. It was a meat lovers pizza. It was so good. My husband went and bought. You just hate to see that pizza leave. If you go to the right Emo's. Because now everything is franchised out. So you got to go to the franchise that's making sure that they do it right. Some of them, they don't do it right. Okay. This is number 8. I just pressed. And then number 8. So we have all of the bottom pieces sewed. So let's sew. Ugh. I'm gonna have to lay this down somewhere. Stuck that pen all the way through it. Okay, this pen is all the way through this painter's tape. All right. Put this back here so I can get my 8 off. Okay. I want to line up the bottom. I don't know how I'm going to do that. This is such a weird angle. Let's see. This to this. I'm not sure which end goes down. So, it's, you know, I was at retreat making it up. So, I probably lined up the top. I'm trying to make it so I don't have to trim, but we shall see. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And I'm gonna sit this right here and my fan's gonna knock these off, and then I'm gonna cry like a baby. So let's just put them over here. I'm trying to do 1 and 2. So you all have something to see, at least one block completed. Okay, so that's lined up at the top. That's not what I want. I want to line up at the bottom. Just got that weird angle. And then I want to go ahead and do this. 1, take this off and put it back on. And then take this one off, take the top 2 off, and stick this back up here on the board because it's going to be a while. And I don't know. There is no seam up there. Okay, that matters. I don't know if the other seam matters, but this one doesn't. This one does not. Well, it lined up on the bottom. Well, look at me. Look at me. I'm trying to line up all my inner seams so I don't have to cut a straight line to add the next units or to add the units to each other. So that's pretty cool. I prefer home run pizza. That's Deborah. Sandy says, pizzas lovers unite. Oh, they've been talking about, oh, okay. Hi, Sue Allen, welcome. Miss Vivian saying my granddaughter graduated from high school and my grandson graduated from middle school. That was cool. That's awesome. And that you were able to go. It's cool. Okay. Trying to see if I can get a straight line. All right, let's iron number 1. Okay. And I probably need to find center. Put a little fold mark in it. Take this one off. Press it and then, okay, we can take this off and this tape. This off and the tape. Probably should have put them on the other ones, but I did not. Hopefully I'll sit here and sew the rest of these after I get me something to eat. But I was trying to sew. I'm going to line up because they should be centered. So I'm going to line up the centers. Why isn't that centered? My star piece is centered, but this isn't centered. I thought they were centered on all of them. Maybe when I readjust it. I'll put a fold line right there, and then I'll come over here and put another fold line right there. Because now I want to see what it's looking like. This is what it looks like. It just needs the top star point. I thought everything was centered, but maybe I didn't. Oh, wait a minute. But still, oh, well, I don't know. It's weird. If it lines up to that line, just weird. It's not centered. So I'm just going to line it up to this one right here. Weird, weird, weird. This is not how it turned out the first time. I changed some lines, and so it's not centered. Like, let me show you the back. It's not centered. Weird. So I'm wondering how that's going to affect. I'm going to sew this one, and I might sew the second one too because I'm a glutton for punishment. And then I'll see how much trimming I got to do. The block only needs to be 15 inches wide. So, or, you know, if it's bigger, I'm okay because I'm going to just put some fabric on the other ones to bring them up to size. So I can go ahead and do them both. It's 10 o'clock now. Do you know where your children are at? I'm trying to figure out where myself is at. Okay, so I'm going to press both of these going the opposite direction. And I'm going to line it up with the piece here at this seam. Because that's the most important thing. It's lining it up with the seam. But we shall see when I go to square these two up. I'm not going to sew any more together until I go to square these up, because I don't want to be less than 15 by 17, that's for sure. I want to be more. I want my blocks bigger. So I don't have to press any folds in because I'm just going to match these up, and I will pin it just because I'm a pinner. I like to make sure my stuff don't move. I guess because I didn't sew that center section in 3 seams that it's bigger. And so that's why it's lining up different. And I don't have to make that seam line up, but I think I want to. So we shall see. We're going to sew this one because we'll half sew it. How about that? We'll just sew this to get it on. Take this one off and see what it looks like. See if it looks centered or if it's off. Then we can make adjustments. That's what we're going to do. So we don't have a whole lot to rip if we're ripping. I seriously doubt I'm ripping on a freestyle project, but let's see. Because I could just pull it over a little bit, but I kind of like it with that seam matching. All right. It's not going to be centered, actually, but it looks good. This is fine for what I'm doing. It's all freestyle, so it'll be just fine. So we're not ripping. We'll just be cutting here. It still isn't as wide as this when I cut here. It's still not as wide as this right here. So what I wanted was accomplished. So sew this one. And maybe I'm not going to sew anymore today. I'm going to fix me something to eat. I'm actually hungry, so. And then I'll decide what I'm going to do with my night after that. If I'm going to come back here or if I'm going to go somewhere else and work. So, yeah, let's cut this. And we're going to cut this machine off. I'll press this one just so you can see another block. And this is number 2. Block number 2. And I still got tape on here I got to take off. I'm going to leave one tape and take off all the others. But yeah, another, just so you can see a different block. So I've got room over here that I could have slid over to this side, but I kind of like matching up this seam here with the top of the star. So that's kind of what I did. So it'll be interesting to see when it's squared up what it looks like. I'll square those up. But so pretty. Oops, I still got a tape number on here. And we got one right here. Get rid of that. So yeah, so I'll square these up, see what I can get, and then go from there. They already look bigger. Yeah, it would be just a little bit bigger. Only about a ½ inch. Actually, if that. So it's cool. It's taller by about 1 inch. It's taller by 1 inch. Wider by about a ½ inch. So that's cool. So yeah. Dorsey's reminding you all to hit the thumbs up button before you go. Deborah saying good night, everybody. Maddie says it's pretty. I like it. Thank you. I can't wait to get them done. But I got to eat first. Deborah Sims Brown says it looks okay. Diane is here. Hi, Diane McCoy. And late, but my rent is paid. Thanks, T. I received my order today. You're welcome. Like I said, I mailed all the orders, but I think C-Joy and Jester Creative Space, it was a few, and then I got some orders this week. That's what went out. I think it went out Tuesday, and then, you know, coming back from holiday weekend. That's why I said make sure, let me know by next week if you haven't gotten your order. But everything except for 2 orders I got like yesterday or today, I can't remember. They were dealing with like retreat stuff. I didn't process them orders because they're like custom orders. So I haven't done t-shirts yet. I'm in the process of collecting all my stuff I need. So I'll be sending out some emails on retreat. I sent out 2. You should have gotten 2 emails from me Thursday night about retreat. I resent the November 2024 newsletter from Teaquilts News at yahoo.com. And then I also resent the information about the projects because apparently some people missed that it was an attachment. I try to always say up in the body that there is an attachment. And it came from Teaquilts News as well. I've been sending all the information from Teaquilts News so that I know it goes out because my personal email does not work. So if you haven't gotten anything regarding the retreat, check your spam folders because it is there. It's been sent. So I'll be sending out some more stuff. I'll be sending out some more emails about retreat for travel, sewing machines that I have, what I have scheduled. I got to find the sewing machine was going to be a little bit because I got to find the Juki. Oh, I'll just send it out without the Juki on the list. And what else? T-shirts, sewing machines, T-shirts, travel arrangements. It was one other thing. I forgot. But we'll figure it all out. Okay? So we can make sure everybody have what they need. And then I also got to do some emails for the retreat center trying to figure out how we want this room organized. So, all right. So that's going to be it, guys. You all stay blessed. Be safe, everyone. Quilt out. And I'll see you Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And guess what? We're going to go over an hour, guys, because I got 61 different pieces of African fabric. Won't be taking any orders during that live. They will be available at retreat for those people coming to retreats. If you're interested in them, I'll try to open the box. I will try to put a number on them so that you can just write down whatever numbers you want. And then we'll go from there. But I won't be doing any cutting or anything like that unless I get all of my other retreat jobs done, which I don't think that's going to happen because I got some other things now that I'm thinking about it that you all don't know about I got to do. So, but yeah, so that's it. I will see you all then. Bye. Whoops.